Good morning, students. In our previous video, we have studied about algorithm, and today in this video we are going to start our new topic, that is flowchart. First we will study about what is flowchart. According to the book, it says that a flowchart is a pictorial representation of steps that shows how to solve a problem. Flowchart is a pictorial representation of the steps. The steps, what were the steps? We have studied step were those algorithm. So we can define flowchart as flowchart is the pictorial representation. Flowchart is the pictorial representation of the steps written in algorithm. Whatever steps we have written in algorithm, those steps, when those steps are represented in a pictorial form, that is called flowchart. Next it says it shows the flow of action to be performed in sequence. Like here in that algorithm, the sequence is there. In this sequence we have to work. The same sequence of problem solving order should be displayed in a picture form to be performed in sequence for processing of data in a program. If the flow is in correct order, that is often called logic. If the logic is correct, then program will also be in correct order. These are called logic. If these logic are correct, then our program will be in correct order. For the definition of the flowchart, we need to understand only that flowchart is the pictorial representation of the steps written in algorithm, and the steps should be in correct order, or you can say that logic should be correct. For making the flowchart, steps should be taken in correct order. It means whatever step we have written in algorithm, the same steps should be displayed in picture form to make a flowchart. That means logical part should be correct. Let us proceed further. There are set of standard symbols which are used in drawing a flowchart. For drawing a flowchart, there are certain symbols which we have to use. Each symbol is unique. Each symbol is unique. Unique means that is different. Only one type of symbol will be used for the showing of the instruction for a particular type of operation, and are connected each other by arrow called flow lines within the flowchart. The direction in which arrow are pointed is the direction in which the process flows within the flowchart. For making a flowchart, certain symbols are being used. For making flowchart, certain unique symbols are being used. For making a flowchart, unique symbols are being used. Process are shown by arrow, which are also called flow lines, which shows the flow of execution of program. For making flowchart, every symbol should be unique. Everything is represented by a unique symbol. And now the process are shown by arrow. Arrow will be used, and that arrow will also be called as flow lines. and that flow line will show the flow of execution of program. Let us learn one by one the various symbols are being used. The very first symbol is terminal symbol. The very first symbol is terminal symbol, and terminal symbol is like this. This is called terminal symbol, and terminal symbol is used for start of the program, for showing the starting of the program or showing the ending of the program. For only start and stop we are using terminal symbol. Here you also can see for start and stop we are using terminal symbol. Now this terminal symbol were used for start and stop. In the next symbol is, that is input output symbol. For any type of instruction to be provided, for input, for doing input of any data, this symbol will be used. This type of symbol is used for providing input and output, taking output. For providing input and output, this symbol is being used. Here in book you also can see input and print. It is a output. It is for output. For taking input, for giving input and taking output, these symbols will be used. Now next is processing. As we all know that in a computer, the execution or the task, the solving problem takes 3 steps to complete it. First is input, second is process, third is output. Now the next point is process symbol. Process symbol is simple a rectangular box. Process symbol is simple a rectangular box in which process are being specified. Whatever processing the computer will do, that will be specified by this process symbol. Next we have discussed arrow line or flow line. This is the arrow line which will show the execution or flow of execution of the program. The next type of symbol we will see decision symbol. If certain decisions are to be taken while making the flow chart, that will be shown by this symbol, which is diamond in shape. This diamond symbol will show us the decision. See here, if A is greater than B, is A greater than B? Here a decision should be taken. Either the answer will be yes, it can be greater, or it can be false. It means two direction. The flow of program will be two. If the direction is yes, if the value is yes, it will go from this side. If it is false, it will move this side. Now next type of symbol is connector symbol. These are the connector which connects the various part of the flow chart. Now there are certain points which should be kept in mind for making flow chart. The general direction of flow, it should be from top to bottom or from left to right. The direction of flow should be top to bottom or from left to right. The second point, the symbols are connected by arrows to indicate the direction of the program, to indicate the direction in which process should flow. Crossing flow lines do not imply logical connection. This crossing flow line will not imply any logical connection. Only one flow line can enter or exit all symbol. Or decision taking symbol, yes or no, like this. Only one arrow line is being taken. If there is a long flow chart whose connects extends in a single page, then connector should be used. If we are making a flow chart and that flow chart we are unable to accommodate in one page, then these connector symbols should be used to proceed the flow chart in the next page. Let us see next topic, drawing flow chart. It is very easy. Now first example is given. Draw a flow chart in accordance with given algorithm. One algorithm is given, as we have discussed earlier, that the steps which represents algorithm in a pictorial form, that is called flow chart. Like algorithm is stored first natural number, that is 1 in x. One natural number we have to store, that will be stored in a variable x. Second, print or display the value of x. Third, if the value of x is less than 10, then go to step 4, or less, go to step 6. If the value is less than 4, it will come here. If it is greater than 4, it will remove these two steps and we have to come here. Let us see. First, the start, that is terminal symbol, will be used for starting the flow chart. This arrow line will show the flow. From here we have to move here. X is equal to 1. We have to take the value, that is number 1 should be taken in place of x. Now the second flow, print x, print and display the value of x. Now the condition will be given here, that is decision we have to take. If the value of x is less than 10, the value of x is obviously it is less than 10, then what we will do, the flow will go to the next step. Or if it is not less than 1, then the directly flow will come here. The second decision symbol is there. If x is less than 10, we will move to the step 4. Step 4 was increase the value of x by 1. It is less than 10, we will move to the step 4, and we have increased the value of x by 1. Then go to step 2, we have moved to step 2, and then we have end the process. This is the flow chart according to this algorithm. There is one more flow chart given. Draw a flow chart for adding 3 numbers 5, 7 and 3. This is the simplest flow chart for adding 3 numbers. First we will start, then second we have to input the data. We will use the input symbol, input number 5, 7 and 3. Then process symbol we have used, sum is equal to 5 plus 7 plus 3. Then after addition it will give the result. For taking result, the input and output symbol, print sum. Then after that end symbol, that is terminal symbol. These are the flow charts and you have to try to make these flow charts. There are certain questions given in the flow chart, and by this video your chapter number 3 is completed. Here 2 more flow charts are given here in your book. You should go through these flow chart and try to solve the question and answer of this chapter by your own. These are the question and answer. You have to solve it by your own. And for this first terminal examination, your syllabus will be chapter 2 and chapter 3.